Skalat matra runarista, nemarata velkunni. Once upon a time, in lands far away, a traveling people came. Here they found mountains and forests and rivers. It was beautiful, and so they settled. But these lands were not made for mortal men. They twisted and reshaped themselves in ways that travelers could not comprehend. These were the lands of the gods. The traveling people came to fear the lands. They hid themselves deep within caverns where the malformations were less severe and the strange beasts they heralded did not delve. That was until one day when one of the travelers discovered something. By believing that he could change small parts of the caverns within which they lived, he was able to change them. Soon others started to do the same, exerting their will upon their surroundings. Little by little, they discovered that they could not only shape their surroundings, but create things from seemingly nothing. And it was not long after that some of them braved their way onto the surface once again. This time, not as travelers, but as world shapers. The traveling people used their thoughts to create buildings and towers, and then castles and cities. This land, once believed to be hostile, bent to their very thoughts. They became the creators of the first and greatest civilization that the lands of summer would know. Great and glorious, beautiful and never-ending were their creations. A utopia, unmistakable and triumphant. And then, it all ended. No one knows why. Some believe that mortals were never meant to hold this power, let alone exist here. The beautiful cities of the traveling people are nothing now. Were it not for the ruins scattered and broken across even the farthest reaches of the lands of summer, or the mangled traveler souls that wander aimlessly at night, one might think it all a fairy tale. I came to these lands in my thoughts and dreams, and I created for myself a kingdom of stories. Yet when I awoke, I could not forget. So eventually, I found my way back. And one day, I heard the tale of the traveling people. I searched and searched those lands for the meaning behind it all. What are the lands of summer, truly? What happened to the travelers? Would that happen to me? To all I had built, my kingdom of stories, my Inkdogs? And in a cave I came across the truth, more ancient than even the traveling people. A tale of two worlds that were once one. A people that lived among their gods. A world where wishes and dreams were real. And of a great calamity that tore it all in half. Humanity lost their powers of creation. Their thoughts and dreams would now shape a land they could never see, and the gods would live in eternal solitude. So much was lost. Mankind were never meant to live like this, dreamlessly wandering a cold and heartless world. It was unbearable to even consider. So I set out to change it. I taught myself the ancient traveler's magic. I pushed myself beyond what any mortal ever could or should. And I would be torn apart 1,000 times. But in the end, I would find a way to make fiction and reality one, once again, to tear both worlds apart and reclaim what we had lost. our birthright. And that was how I ended both worlds. But reality is not so easily broken. And I can write whatever ending I want.
You don't know what you're doing!
Let fiction and reality be one,
You'll tear both worlds apart!
as it always should have been. Oh, that's different.
Let me speak to you!
But no matter. It didn't work. 9,844. I suppose if I were to consult the spirit of that library of all human knowledge, he might confirm my theory. That I am the greatest failure in the history of man. Ah, but woe is me, the pitiful sorcerer king, doomed to fail for all eternity. Did I ever tell you what the definition of insanity is? But we will try again, won't we? The barrier that keeps our worlds apart, it has grown weaker these last 1,000 or so loops. Eventually it will work, even if I must tear myself apart 1,000 more times. I will grant humanity a better life. All of us, a better life. Ah, shit. Here we go again.
I carried the corruption into this place. But where did it come from? What is that? This place is beyond reach. How is this possible? Know that this place you enter is not for you and will not abide you. Enter at your peril. Identify yourself, trespasser, and you may yet leave with your life.
Nocturne, paranormal investigator. At your service.
I do not know how you managed to breach the veil, but this place is not safe for mortal minds.
I'm operating well above mortal. Don't worry about it. I know you're dealing with something unusual right now, and I can give you answers, but we're short on time. There's an expression on Earth, walk and talk. If you want to learn who caused the corruption in your library, that's what we need to do. Come on. I'll be the fastest friend you ever make.
You confound me.
I've heard that before.
What a dramatic scene, wouldn't you say, dogs? Broken and faded as they are, those echoes, they still reach for the light. How did they become like that? Is this the inevitable ending of all who touch that power? I'm growing tired, dogs. Weaker. No self-doubt. You always do this every single time. Happy. Happy. Dogs! We'll save them all, won't we? Yes, we will. Yes, we will. All humanity. Let's do the thing. Whatever. The thing over there.
Lumi! You did it!
Ilmari. It spoke.
The Eternal Forest, as you requested.
Right on time, it seems. Thank you.
What the?
How are we here? It should be impossible to go through the northern woods like this.
Perhaps not for a god.
So what are you? If not a god?
What matters is that we're here, and just in time.
Who are you people?
Identify yourselves at once! Are you the cause of this mess?
My name is Nocturne. This is Alfhilde Odinsdottir, the goddess of war, and the custodian of the Library of Human Recollection.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Greetings, mortals.
I don't know you. What do you want here? Explain yourselves. Now.
Lumi, guardian of the Eternal Forest. You don't remember yet, but we've met before, and you've relived this night countless times.
What are you talking about? I don't understand stuff like that at all.
Yeah, well, it was worth a shot. Custodian?
Lumi! Lumi! Everyone, send out a search party now!
Yes, Ilmari!
No! Wait!
So, here we are again. With a breath of creation magic, the ancient gate groaned open. I still remember the first time I found this gate. That ancient civilization who abandoned their home to become masters of creation. They who built great and magnificent citadels all across these lands, all while humanity lived with pain and despair and death. They lived lives of happiness and glory. Yet even what they attained was but a fragment of what humanity lost. And this fragment of a fragment of a fragment is all that remains. Maybe this time. Yes. Maybe this time.
Huh?
Oh, could you warn me before doing that?
For what purpose?
Ugh, I feel like I'm going to puke.
There it is.
Hey! Who are you guys? What do you want from me? Take me back to my village, right now!
Lumi, I know you don't know who we are. You're probably confused and afraid.
I'm angry!
Or angry, however.
Nick, allow me.
All right.
Oh yeah, definitely trust this strange hooded man. That's gonna end well.
Give him a chance, Alfhilde.
Lumi, guardian of the Eternal Forest. I have watched your line for generations, as I have with all gods, demigods, and mortals of both worlds. A hunter of uncanny ability and knowledge of your grounds. And right now, the Summerlands have need of you more than they ever have. Allow me to explain the story of the two worlds and of our common enemy.
I didn't understand most of that. You are a very boring storyteller. But I trust your funny words, weird wizard guy.
I am not a magician.
It worked?
Overloading someone with information from a professional stance tends to make them more agreeable to trust you and just move on.
That was your plan?
So that Lucius Merryweather guy is a bad guy.
He's twisting reality to his own will. Single-minded, delusional, power-mad or mad at power, and incredibly persistent. He's kept us in a loop for countless iterations, and I felt a lot of them. But I didn't wake up fully until recently. That's when I stabilized my own field of will. He wants to collapse the divide between the Summerlands and the Earthplane.
His incantation would result in the end of both worlds.
We cannot let him do this.
On the last loop, I ran reconnaissance and tried to get reacquainted with all of you. Got far enough, but couldn't put an end to it then. I did retain my memory, so at least where I'm concerned, the cycle's broken. I don't know if it's because I'm from neither of your worlds, or I evolved to recognize the pattern and resist it to a point of nullifying the effects.
How curious. I should like to hear more.
I'll give you all the time you'd like to hear about it later. But we'll need to keep your library intact first. Which means we've got to go break this kid's arms.
By the way, what is your name? I know their names, but not yours.
It's complicated and time's against us, but he's on our side. Let's go.
I can't trust someone if I don't know their name.
I have never chosen nor been given one.
Nuh-uh. No way, brother. I'm gonna need a name. I'm very superstitious.
I see. I am... Fredrik.
Okay, let's go. Fredrik, Nick, and Alfie.
Is Alfhilde?
I like Alfie. It's easier. All right. If he's around here and he's interested in these old dead people, then I'll bet he's at the ruins in the forest. Come on!
Fredrik, huh? How did you come to that?
Randomly. My only consideration was that it matched my appearance somewhat.
You're a funny guy.
I am? How curious. I did not consider myself a funny guy. This is the first time I've ever been observed by mortals, so perhaps I shall take your word for it.
I like it. Let's go, funny guy.
A funny guy.
I've got his scent. I think. Come on!
Torches emerged, casting their glow upon the path through the ruins of hell. The old magic that created their bountiful empire was bought with blood. Ah, my dear Inkdogs. Were there any other way, I would take it. But better worlds were not crafted without sacrifice. So let it be my sacrifice. The heart crystal of an elder god. After so long, it still burns with such terrible power. This violent magic. How many times has it torn apart the very fabric of my soul? More times than I wish to remember. During those final moments, I feel it. The fractures are forming. Reality splintering. I will endure the pain, the suffering. I will cast away cruel reality and let humanity live free as they were meant to be. Once more into the breach. Once more.
Just in time.
That crystal! I've seen magic crystals before, but never anything like that.
Oh, so that explains it. It's a primordial organ.
I have no records of this artifact.
I understand now. How you came upon all this power. Despot of delusion. He needed it this much.
Do we destroy it?
No. Nobody touches that, all right? It needs to stay in place. That right there is a concentration of all kinds of energy running on a huge circuit at a volume none of us could withstand. If its vessel is broken, the eruption would tear this reality apart.
Ah, my friends.
Friends? We're not your friends.
I don't even know who you are!
But we were friends. Once. Eons past. Alfhilde, the ever-anxious goddess of war, we have enjoyed countless games of chess, both of us equally terrible. My silly wolf friend. We became friends very easily, you and I. Fredrik, the spirit who chose his name at random, always so full of stories. I always loved listening to you. And Nick. In the end, I knew it would be you. To break free from the cycle, my dear friend from hell.
I don't remember any friendship.
No. That time is lost to me. To us all.
You are the one who infected the library.
And who broke my village's barrier?
And Lupercalia. Was that you too?
Yes.
There's something I do not understand.
Well, all-knowing custodian. Feel free to ask.
Why go to all this trouble? You didn't incapacitate any of us. Your actions served only as a beacon to attract our attention. Experimentations with your newfound powers I can understand. But if this has all happened thousands of times before...
I get it.
Oh, do you get me, Nick Nocturne?
If you really want to win, and you've got all the power, you don't leave anyone standing who can get in your way. You tear it all down, people be damned. Total heartlessness. All ambition. We've been through every cycle with him because he chose us, and he kept choosing us, no matter how much it kept falling apart.
What? But that makes no sense. Why would he do that?
Ending the world over and over and over. It grows tiring. And believe me, it is painful. Unbearably so. Getting to play the flamboyant villain and cast my friends as the heroes who try to stop me. Yes, the evil king who wants to end the world, and the heroes who go on a great journey to save it. An overused trope, I admit, but a childhood favorite of mine. This little story of ours, it kept me going for over 1,000 years. And little by little, I was able to chip away at the barrier between our worlds. Just once more. Once more. And we might finally have it.
What you seek to do is folly.
You're more likely to destroy both worlds than to unite them.
Your attempt ends here, Prince of Delusion.
I don't know what's going on. But if we were friends once, can't we be friends again? Just stop. Let's lock away this place and keep this crystal hidden. And we can go back to being friends.
Dear Lumi. I would like that more than anything else. But I'm sorry. I have a duty to mankind. To restore what we lost. A barrier of water emerged, blocking the lightning's wrath.
Oh no, you don't.
From the wall, a stone barrier surged forth, halting the monster cat's claws.
Now listen here.
The broken stone twisted and writhed as a golem formed with a granite throne.
What the?
I'm sorry, Nick.
Shit. Lumi!
I got it!
The fire was a normal fire.
What?
Anticlimactic. I know. Fredrik.
Keep them distracted.
I'm trying.
I'll seal it away so no more can reach it. But I need time.
I will give you time.
Ooh, so dramatic. Third act 1v1 battles are always so exciting. So, How are you going to stop me, oh spirit of knowledge and passivity?
I am familiar with the history of storytelling, its tropes and traditions. If I spoke out loud my plan, it would be doomed to failure.
Oh, I like you, Fredrik. But knowledge of storytelling won't help you now. It was a dark and stormy night. The lightning cracked with a blinding flash. And the sea, once calm, now writhed with rage.
Well, is the scene appropriate enough for you to strike me? I will not give you your perfect setting. You must know this.
How thematically consistent. You've never been a fighter, dear Fredrik. I have always bested you in all our previous turns around the carousel.
And have we fought like this before?
This does feel different somehow. You're not very good at this, old friend. You're starting to bore me.
After so many loops, I thought you'd have more patience.
As fun as it is to dance with you, old friend, I'm afraid the story has reached its final act. As the two fought across the Songlands, they finally ended up back at the castle where the battle still raged.
What? How?
Once more, and we may all live happily ever after.
You did good, Fred.
Put me down.
Oh. Right. I guess I had it coming. I was the one who said my plan out loud. So many times, too. How silly of me. It only makes sense. In stories, villains so very rarely ever win. Skalat matra runarista. Nemarada velkunni. Farewell, dear friends. May we meet again at journey's end.
What have I done?
Your hand was forced.
Fredrik is right. Sometimes you just have no choice except neutralizing. As sad as that is.
What now?
The loop is broken, I suppose.
What about those dogs?
Without their master, they should fade away soon.
That thing he wanted, to combine the two worlds. That couldn't ever have happened, right?
Nigh impossible.
A world where emotions hold immediate sway over the laws of reality. I understand when some humans desire that. To uphold fairness, to right all wrongs, to seek their innermost desires, to protect those they care for, to be entirely free. Just live out whatever's in their heads or hearts at a moment's notice. But I've seen up close what happens to people who discover that power. The worlds they create, the situations, they're not the happy delusions Lucius Merryweather wished for. No one ever ended up happy like that. Come on, we need to seal this place for good.
I will aid you.
Doke. It was always you. You who stood by me through the best and worst of days. My dear dogs, all this magic, all those memories. You're gifting it all to me. You silly dogs. I am as good as dead. The story is over. If my story is over, Guardians, then just, maybe, just once more. Let fiction and reality be one, as it always should have been.
I sealed the crystal.
How can this be?
What's going on? Rick!
I feel as though I have dreamt for 1,000 years. It worked. It really worked. When I was a child, I remember finding a stick like this. I would pretend it was a powerful staff of magic, and that I was a wizard, and I would go on great quests with the magical dogs that I pretended to have. Let's go, Dog Army. Let's see what this new world has to offer. Dog Army, Dog Army, Dog Army, dogs, 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 dogs. Woof.